Thank you for the introduction, and I'm really happy to be here with you offline because all of the recent conferences was like talking to the camera and knowing that the audience is somewhere there, hopefully, in a decent fit. And so yeah, I really love to interact with the offline audience, and of course, I'm welcome to the who is presenting online. And a small exercise before I will start. So thank you. Make your hands straight, and I'll count to 3. And on 3, we will clap together. All right? So 1, 2, 3, and you clapped on 2. And why is that? Is that because we tend to, follow other humans' behaviors, and that tendency interpolate also to the businesses and markets. Bitcoin or blockchain, AI, ML, I don't know, big data. I want it because my competitor does it. But actually, do you? So before to go to buy a build solution, here is lots of fancy words about me. Basically, I am head of one of the units at a fintech vertical at Intellias, and I try to leverage your painful digital transformation through innovation in the least painful way we could, and I will also trying to make the OLED buzzwords be having a common one, and you basically use in everyday language later. So before to go on how, I touched the thing, do I need to? So let's have a look on the common issues. So 33 hours to fill the forms get for SMEs in Europe. 3 to 5 weeks, it's get to the approval. And then 3 months, it's still time until you get the cash. And that's not the reality they would like to be in. Because the key points of success for the lenders and providers is automation, faster the time to apply, time to get desired yes, and time to get the cash. And also keep in mind that you gotta be scaling, you gotta be getting not only in your market and globalize. Maybe when you will be at the point where you're obtain your own banking license and then make the financing straightforward, that's good. And also keep in mind the trends, the next year trends is optimization with the eliminate or automate. And it's pretty complicated because we are living in the age it's clicking. Click and I got pizza delivered to my home. Click, I got my Uber waiting for me. And click, I got credit with no flawless checks, regulations, and etc. And we are still not there. But market dictates we should be there. And here is some analysis. We are at a staggering 4.9 trillion financing gap for micro and small enterprises. Same goes to the SMEs. And the market continue to deregulate. In Europe, the toughest one is to be in compliance with the different regulations. So China, if I'm not mistaken, they got over 65% of adoption rate for the SMEs. They had that means it's basically more than US and European Union combined together. And currently, officially, they have approved licenses for 8 virtual banks, while in Europe, it's more in a startup way. In the UK, it's also some of the startups who are struggling in financing. So that's slowing down. And in Europe, more than 50 of SMEs consider it traditional, conventional institution or traditional bank as source of financing. There is still sample of the trust, and that works. But only 70% out of the 50 got the successful deals and financing. And believe me, it's really painful process. And why I was making this analysis and analytics, because we have lots of struggles, but we got the fintech. So technologies go first, products and value come later. A great example, everyone's phone in the pocket, right? We were walking with that, and it had the camera, the instant internet access, and it's mobile. And what was the value? Of course, they make calls and fancy pictures. But when the Instagram came out, the value converted to a different one. And it's same going in the various services across our current financial market. Okay, so I know the technology, I know a bit of analytics. What do I do? Validate your idea. And don't chase the thing that it's gonna be like a biggest and the robustest and the most fancy solution with I'll invest a few millions there. And that's not true. Actually, there are lots of things which you have to go not in a waterfall way, but iteratively. Getting your MVP done, there's tons of different no-code approaches. You can validate through different platforms, the ideas through the marketing and etc. And then just distinguish the things which you really want to go with and which people don't. Because actually, lots of people, and by this quote from Henry Ford, proves that people mostly they're in between of something, they are near something, but they still don't know what to do. So finally, we're coming to the point buy it was built. And it's pretty simple. There's lots of rules and experiences in the software development we have. But basically, there is triangle: capacity, expertise, and time. If you get all of this three in this triangle, okay, go and play and buy, not buying everything, but go and play and building something internal, in-house, and because it's a pretty long process. If you have something missing from this triangle, go and buy it. And because before going through the decision, go with the factors to consider: a cost factor, factor of requirement, factor to support it, factor to operational one, and the risk of involved, how it's going to integrate, what's the advantages, and etc. etc. There are lots of analysis to do. And here I will show you the proposed diagram, basically when you're making the decision, and it's still leveraging of level of expertise you have, time to market, and cost efficiency of that solution. So pros and cons. Okay, you get the ready-made solution, flexible, or somewhat flexible software, support and training when you go to the buy. But when you get the in-house software development, you get in the complete control over the application, and you have the tailored targeting to your niche audience. And here is it causes more confusion because you have to keep in mind those all economical situations, the organizational strengths, the evaluation of the market, the competitors, and etc., etc. But this triangle can be cracked if you have a trusted and valued partner. So partner will guide you through all these underwater stones, will help you to go with to buy or build, and also if you're lacking in expertise, he will throw you the consultation or high-end expertise who will lead you through that. Or if you lack in capacity, that's also be covered. So this kind of the game changer. And here I will present the few use cases we had. So this is the mortgage platform. We built in 7 months in German market, and after we made the first release, within 10 months for first release, and we were enhancing some features on top, and then in 1 year we went for the revenue of 10% of a whole company, and return on investment was I would say within 8 months from the start, and it was not a big investment for this company, and also we had not a big team because they were just getting the below mentioned iterative process there. So trade to finance digital bank in 1 year. If I'm not mistaken, it was Midist client. They wanted to digitize banking, deliver it at speed, at pain-free, and they wanted the tangible platform for one-stop banking. We had a lot of struggles in discovering that, and I just wanted to grab your attention that, again, the violet squares is that ready solution configuration integration is needed. The green one is the custom implementation, and like some tweaks with the conversation comes to yellow one. So as you see, whole the platform mostly was consisting of the ready solutions. Just we had to make a tweaks with some custom integration and etc. And that proves that you don't need to chase again something like super revolutionary or complicated and trying to build it by yourself. Yeah, so that's just showing the usual timeline we are making there, and like basically when each element is developed and when, and separated by months. Another thing I would like to introduce you is that we were actually, the client came to us and wanted like, hey, I want to build one of the payment gateway. And we said, okay, but we have this procedure with build and buy, let's go through that. And their inputs were that basically there was some message times, compliance, and a lot of cost of implementations. We discovered what the vendors are, we discovered our pros and cons on these vendors. And then we went also through the pricing analysis, the like, okay, what's the compliance with the SWIFT, what's the cost of operational or maintenance, how it's going to be, often needs to be involved for maintaining this, and whether they're like filtering of anti-money laundering available, or whether there is like some fraud detection stuff and etc. So it's pretty complicated analysis we went to break through, and in the end, after the comparison and etc., we selected one of the vendors for the client, and we guided them that you have to go with the buy solution, because that will be low cost, that will be faster time to market, and like you will just get the benefits. And actually, usually, in average, up to 6 months, it's the thing when you go in with the buy solution, and if you want to build, consider that like it will be from 6 months. So yeah, I think I'm done with it, and I just wanted you to encourage that you to be competitive in the market, and to be have your customers on the edge and on top of your fingers. You gotta have to invest into the technology and chase your fast wins. Thank you.